Just, I mean, sometimes you tell stuff just to kind of loosen things up. Bill Belichick said down at the Baltimore Ravens, they're playing a game down there. And guy comes over and says, "You know that phone over there? It's a direct line to heaven." Said if you get on that phone, they'll give you the plan for to win the next week's game, but it's $1,000. And so Belichick says, "Oh heck, for $1,000, we could do that." And so he goes over and gets it, wins the next game. Next game's in Dallas, and it's in New York. And the guy says, "There's a phone over there." He says, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, it's $10,000. And Belichick says, "Hey, it worked this time. Might as well work for the next time." So he goes over, gets on the phone, and gets a game plan. The next game's in New England, and the guy comes over and says, we have a phone like that too." And Belichick says, "Really? Well, okay. Well, it cost $1,000 in Baltimore, and it cost $10,000 in Dallas, New York. How much does it cost here?" And the guy says, "What are you talking about?" He says, "How much does it cost? How much am I going to pay for it?" And he says, "There's no cost for it." He says, "In New England, heaven's a local call." I mean, some people just can't do humor, and if you can't, you shouldn't. And there are probably times where I'm thinking,
you're always going to offend somebody.
Well, yeah, but obviously I just offended Ravens fans and Cowboy fans, but that's okay. That's a good thing. No, I'm kidding. And I've had plenty of times where I've had said something, and I've had people sort of, like, is this a congregation or an oil painting? Hey, come on, it was funny. Give me a break, will you?
And I guess you're trying to break the ice of you're breaking down a boundary of communication, so a joke ultimately is
and sometimes I mean it's not so much joke, ha ha ha, leave you rolling in the aisles, but it is something to kind of get you to either kind of smile or to reflect on or to kind of give a different perspective, because you want to be able to have people sort of kind of stand out of their comfort zone and get into a different perspective, a different area that they'll be able to think differently. You want them to kind of get a little different thinking, and hey, this is church. If anything else, if you're leaving here, one thing that I always feel strongly about, if you're leaving here, you're thinking, maybe that is something. I don't want people leaving here all happy and chippy. I want them leaving here with a little something hanging over their soul. A little, what I really need to take this and do X, Y, or Z with this. And so, on occasion, humor kind of opens people up a little more to a different perspective.